I gotta say, Gecko put up this lovely little post about the Champions League is back, and then all the shit that happened in the lower leagues.
Yeah.
And I looked up all the things that happened in the lower leagues and was like, yeah, it's kind of actually much better than everything that happened in the Champions League. Mansfield scored 9 fucking goals.
I know, right?
9 fucking goals.
Intense, that shit.
So much shit happened in the Champions League, and we're not even gonna get to the daft
championship.
little fucking nasty little goal in Hull City. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of my lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Grammy.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL Show, a completely biased brief recap of the English Football League as told by two common American schmucks. I'm your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, always down to do a daft little touch for a goal,
Goddamn
my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing?
Damn right. Doing very well.
You saw that goal, right?
Yeah.
It was fucking
It was sick.
nasty.
It was sick.
Oh my
It
God.
was absolutely fucking sick.
And not only just the behind the heel, just the perfect little...
Oh,
where the goalie just goes, oh, fuck me. Fuck, really?
So when Darwin Nunez put in his, right, his little chipper in the Premier League, obviously,
Right.
In Liverpool's game, did you see, forgot to mention on the main show, but did you see the goalkeeper for Brentford, Flecken, just went, fuck am I supposed to do? It was like he stayed up. He made himself big.
Right, did everything you're supposed to do. Like,
It was like,
fuck.
well, oh well.
I did my job.
What am I supposed to do there?
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they could get in touch.
So you can get in touch with the podcast at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email podcast.
Why do we not give him bits of criticism? Because he takes it so fucking well. I mean, like the best kind of well.
Oh, it's my favorite podcast.
Casey's clips go out on TikTok. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a podcast.
I anxiously await your next TikTok, asshole. We are drinking the exact same shit we were just drinking the last show. So we are going to go ahead and get right into it.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, no.
Southampton's unbeaten run has come to an end at the hands of Bristol City, 3-1 in the midweek.
It's probably that woman referee, wasn't it?
Leeds won 4-0. Settle down, Joey. Settle down.
Didn't he manage? Oh, it was Rovers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Bristol Rovers.
Bristol Rovers.
Fuck.
And also
That's
Fleetwood
close to
Town,
a good
too.
joke.
He did that one, too.
Yeah. We saw him manage Fleetwood Town live.
Yeah, it was, yep.
It was very close to a good joke.
Very close.
You got the point, though.
I got the point. Joey Barnes, a misogynist.
Set fire to his entire post-playing career for about 1,400 followers on YouTube.
Yep, that's pretty much what he cares about. Now,
But only 1,400 is the funny part.
Leeds won 4-0 and actually jump into second place.
Huge
So,
for Leeds.
yeah,
Absolutely
well,
huge for Leeds. Farka's doing a phenomenal job.
considering
He
where...
knows the division.
Yeah, but also considering where the team was and the run that Southampton was on, you can't downplay the fact that Leeds stayed toe-to-toe with them.
Absolutely.
Through
Yeah,
this
yeah.
whole thing. It's like, you know, the only difference is Leeds lost 1 or 2 in that whole thing.
Right.
But Leeds found ways to keep getting fucking points, and now
Yeah.
they're sitting in second place.
But you got to think, I mean, Farka's Norwich, didn't they win the championship?
yeah.
I mean, it's a division he knows how to get out of, obviously. He's got the experience there, and he's proven it with Leeds this season.
Leicester lost over the weekend, but they still maintain an 8-point advantage over Leeds.
That's not a lot anymore.
No.
They at one point had a 13 or 14-point lead.
It was about 12,
So, whatever, yeah. It was somewhere in that sort of vicinity. 8 points ain't a lot. I mean, that's honestly on a League Cup or an FA Cup weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 week, the following week in the championship.
Yeah, right, because there's a Tuesday midday, and then
and then a weekend, and all of a sudden your lead's 2 points. I mean, that's troublesome.
Leeds, Southampton, and Ipswich are all, who are second, third, and fourth, are all now separated by only 3 fucking points.
I still contend I'd love to see Ipswich do it automatically because we often say and see that those second and third place teams, third and fourth place teams, first and second for the.
They lose to fifth and sixth place.
They lose to fifth and sixth because of just the momentum getting into the playoffs.
Agreed.
Those third and fourth place teams are usually kind of on a downswing, while somebody new has just gotten into sixth.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It is now starting to shuffle around the bottom of the table as well. QPR only finds themselves 1 point from safety, as Millwall is now the club flirting with the drop. There are 4 games in hands being played on the midweek too, but worth noting, Friday, Leeds host Leicester, who they already beat at the King Power this year.
Right, they're at Ellen Road.
Here, this could be a massive 3 points if they could beat them a second time.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, very funny. Leeds obviously had a 20-odd year absence from the top flight. From the last time they'd gone down prior to their most recent 2-year stint in the Premier League.
Right.
Online, I'm part of this group, the Lost Football Grounds and Terraces of the UK or whatever. And so it's like sharing old stadium grounds and, what people miss is that occasionally people go off piece. And one guy said that a friend of his was doing a man versus fat challenge. So he was doing a weight loss challenge, and he needed a clever team name, but he wanted to make it a football pun. Right. And I came up with a few. PSG - Passum Grotine. I thought that was pretty good. Somebody wrote Not So Rapid Vienna.
I like that
the
one.
Austrian team. Yeah.
That's
That's pretty funny. I said West Ale United because probably a beer belly.
Right.
The one I was really proud of was RB liposuction. We kept the Z in there to keep it German.
Right.
Was my
Germans?
Was my thinking, yeah. And then the end of my list of 4 or 5 teams, doing puns, I just wrote, or he can call himself Leeds because they're fucking massive. Because the Leeds fans are constantly all over the internet. Oh, we're a fucking big club. It's like, mate, you've been gone for ages.
Yeah.
It's
Sell
like
down there.
It's
Sell
like
down there,
Portsmouth coming back and trying to say they're big.
Speaking of which, in League One, Pompey thumped Reading 4-1 and still maintain a 6-point lead over now Derby County in second, Bolton and Barnsley, the Posh, and Oxford round out the rest of your top 6.
Yeah, I'd like to see Peterborough actually come back into the championship.
Yeah, well, they've only been down for a season. They went.
I
they
know,
went down
but
last.
I feel like if they can get some momentum going, I wouldn't mind Peterborough pulling a Luton.
Okay, and going all the way up.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to see them. I think get absolutely battered by everybody, but I think it'd be, fun to see a team that's not. They're enough in the consciousness that people know who they are, but no one really gives a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think those kinds of teams, like Ipswich, to be honest with you, and apologies to Ipswich supporters, I think that'd be fun for a couple of season run in the Premier League.
Yeah.
For exposure and people to be like, who the fuck is this? And, fans of the NBA that just, get stuck with the fucking Atlanta Hawks every year.
Hey, look, only posh lads shall apply.
Yeah. It's just, that's what makes it special is seeing some of these random ass teams come up for a season or two. That's what's fun. You don't get the same old heads, and I'd really like to see them back, to be honest with you, and to come all the way up.
One more thing to note, because we've been keeping an eye on them, Leighton Orient, the O's, lost this weekend 2-1 to Burton Albion, but they still sit in 9th place. So
All right,
on the
so
top
they're
half of
safe
the table,
there. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they'll be all right, but a nice little run.
And there's also still a lot of games left. I mean, sitting in 9th's not a bad place to be this time of year.
For me, the 1 and 2 spots, I absolutely want to see Pompey win. And not only do I want to see
So
Pompey,
do I.
I don't want to see Pompey be second. I want to see Pompey win the fucking league.
Yeah.
I want them to win the fucking league.
Yeah, I don't even want there to be a fucking question about it.
Yeah.
If you're the champion of League One, you go up.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be some sort of weird rule where second somehow finds themselves in the playoffs because it's Pompey.
Right. Well,
Then they lose again.
It's good people. It's a historic ground. They're rabid goddamn fans, man. Sorry, Russ. They lose their mind at matches.
It's awesome. They're an old historic club. I mean, the most recent, I think, was probably Wigan, actually.
Yeah.
I was going to say they're the most recent non-Premier League team. I think they actually were in the Premier League when they won it. So were Wigan, but non-Big Six team to win the FA Cup.
Right. Yeah. They were going down. Well, Leicester wasn't a Big Six, but I get what you're saying. That both them and Wigan, I think when they won,
Leicester won
when
it.
them and Wigan won this,
Right.
they both went down.
That's true. Yeah. They both did.
And for me,
Harry Redknapp's first only major trophy, I think it
for
was
me,
as well.
it's Pompey and Bolton. Those are the two I really
want to
see
come back up. Yeah.
And then outside of that, Barnsley went down. I like to see Barnsley get back up. Or who I don't want to see. I don't want to see Derby County go back up. I want to see them fucking, vanquish in League One for a while.
Yeah. Their owners are cons.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, they weren't paying their fucking employees.
It's ridiculous.
Players were on the pitch not getting a paycheck. Fucking people who ran the stands were not getting a fucking paycheck. It just absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So
I completely agree with you.
Finally, on to League Two. Aki beat Wimbledon and drew Colchester and are now in 12th place. Now, here's the big one. Top of the league, Stockport lost twice. And their lead at the top now is only 1 point over Mansfield Town, who won 9-2 in the midweek. Only then to lose to Wassel 3-1.
Southampton, this is how you take a 9-goal drubbing. You show something about yourselves and score.
Right. Score at least a couple, for fuck's sake, right?
But this is what I mean, and we'll come on to the 9 goals real quick. But this is what I mean. Stockport lost twice in a week. That could very easily happen to Leicester now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With that 12, 13-point cushion, you would have had a 2 or 3 game cushion still to right the ship. All of a sudden, you lose 2 games in a row, you could be like, fuck, properly looking over your shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean? For those spots. So this is a perfect example of what I meant by that, when we talked about the championship. But 9 fucking goals, man. I mean, come on. You know why? They're men. It's a man field, Mel.
A man field.
Okay?
In a town.
Probably primarily made of men. It's hairy chests.
No, it's made of Ken dolls. Smooth chests.
I'm going to say they are.
It is the UK. I guess if they don't smile, it's fine.
They're the Stags, by the way.
Oh, come on.
That's their mascot.
So this is a fucking stag do, wasn't it?
Just handed it to you there.
It's the old bachelor party.
Yep. Wrexham won both of
9-2.
their.
Also, very underrated blackjack hand.
Haha. Double down.
Oh, absolutely. I can throw that stack up there, son.
Wrexham won both of their matches to move back into 3rd place.
Good.
And they also have a huge midweek game in hand at MK Dons, and a win could find them level on points with Stockport at the top of the table.
Yeah, it's getting jumbled up there, isn't it? That's going to be a fun league to watch these next couple of months. Well, and I'd love to see Wrexham do it, back-to-back promotions. I think they'd find next season very tough.
Yeah.
But the way that they've been run so far, I mean, honestly, they're probably the most well-run American club outside of Arsenal, to be honest with you.
And Arsenal wasn't very well run
for a long
ago.
time, yeah. Unless, do the Learners still own Aston Villa, Mel?
They do.
Oh, they do. All right, so they've done okay as well. All right, so they probably are the 3rd best American run club. Pretty good.
The thing also worth mentioning there with Mansfield Town with their loss, I think that's now only their like third or fourth loss of the entire season too. Just remember, they've drawn a lot of games.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to win more now, but at the start of the season, I think at one point they were like 8-8.
Yeah.
They were 8-8-0. Like, so 8 wins, 8 draws, no losses.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I mean, that's the key though. Is points on the board again, right?
Yeah.
Is those 8 draws come in handy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they absolutely do. So that's going to wrap it up. Got some midweek games. Next week, we'll check in on all the FA Cup midweek games, too, because there's the next round of the FA Cup is being played in the midweek. Any parting words, Mr. Graham?
No, sir. I think I'm okay today.
Excellent. Well, next up is... Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm sorry. You know what? We didn't do it on the main show. We need to next week. I'm not going to do it now because this is the EFL show. But we need to pay homage to old Roy the Boy.
Oh, very true.
For losing his job. We talked about him losing his job, but from a hospital bed, which is quite sad, to be honest.
A fucked up way to go out, man. Not how he deserved it.
No, not at all. But, we'll talk about it next week.
Very good. Next up is Injury Time, where we're going to go ahead and recap our fantasy league. We're going to talk about the beers we were drinking, check in on our adopted club, and preview the weekend's action. Should somebody want to find Injury Time, Sam, how do they go about doing it?
Very easy. Patreon.com/DU Football Show. Just sign up to that $1 tier, and you get all of our extra content. It's very simple to do so. Sometimes we take your emails on there if they're too dark and twisted. And that's at DU Football Show on social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com. Get in touch by email if you want to do it that way.
Excellent. And to everybody on the stream, we say good night. And until next week, everyone.
Good night.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of my lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Grammy.
Sam Graham.
Brooklyn United! Brooklyn United! Hit the fucking mute button!